Yo, what's going on guys, Tomahawks here. Today I'll be discussing part 3 to my message to Treyarch video, where I'll be discussing a whole bunch of different things, and I'll be talking about the future possibilities for the next Treyarch title, whether that be Black Ops 3 or World War 2 or a whole new development. So sit back and enjoy the show, and we'll be starting off with equipment. One of my biggest hates in Black Ops 2 was C4. I think that needs to be drastically changed. I think that C4 should not be throwable, or if it's going to be throwable, there needs to be like a 2 to 3 second delay on when you can actually activate it. I think in the ideal world is you should be able to place it on the ground and you should have to press the right bumper to detonate it. I don't think there should be any sort of double tapping X and throwing, because C4 in the real life is you can't throw it, and if you're going to throw it you don't want to be like 2 meters away from it. One of my favourite equipments from Black Ops 1 was actually the spy camera. It made search and destroy really fun. You can set up all sorts of positions, and it's good for cross-map Tomahawks in case if, like, you know, when someone's defusing the bomb. I think they should bring it back. If it's not good and competitive, then take it out, but I think it was a great addition in my opinion. Decoys from Black Ops 1, I think they can make an appearance in the competitive scene. I don't really see why they removed them. They weren't overpowered. If anything, they were underpowered. I think they need to just slightly modify them, make them seem a bit more realistic. I think they need to take off auto aim on the grenades, and so the frag grenade, and make them slightly stronger for compensation. If you don't know what auto aim is, it's when you throw a grenade and it rolls towards your enemy. They all do that, and I think they've done that since COD 4. EMP grenades in Black Ops 2 were quite overpowered. I think they need to probably reduce the time they're affecting the enemies. I don't really mind the thermite from Ghosts. I think it's a pretty good idea. It's a huge blast radius which doesn't really kill an enemy, it just weakens them. For the love of God, no IEDs or no claymores, no bouncing betties, or if they are going to put claymores and bouncing betties, but just no IEDs. Make them visible and duck and dodge them quite easily. I think stuns in Black Ops 2 were a little bit overpowered. I think they need to increase your rotational speed a little bit more. No tac inserts, that's just all for sniping people. And I think what will make a cool addition to the gameplay in terms of, you know, equipment is maybe something like Ninja Death Stars. You can call them something else because Ninja Death Stars is pretty lame. But you could have 3 of them, like rather than having 1 frag grenade, you could have 3 Ninja Death Stars, and you could throw them and they have like a curvature to them. And depending how long you hold in the right bumpers, how long they curve for. Next up is perks. Now I love the way that in Black Ops 2 they made like any perks from previous Call of Duty titles which affect guns, they made them into attachments. So they turn steady aim into like a laser, they turn reduce recoil into a grip, they turn quick draw into a quick draw handle. And I think that's a really great idea. I think they should continue that in Black Ops 3. I think all the perks are great the way they are. I think they should keep them, and I think they should keep wildcards exactly the same as well. They could possibly even make it a pick 15 system where they could turn, you know, they could give some perks more emphasis, more like, you know, worth more points, or they could turn, you know, a primary weapon to 2 points and a secondary into 1. I think they need to keep footstep noises and flak jacket all the same, because I don't think any explosive should be able to kill you in 1 hit. Now onto game modes. I think Black Ops 2 had all the good game modes and all the standard ones came back. I think they need to change domination to get rid of the halftime. They also need to incorporate maybe a trick shotting lobby for people who want trick shots, that way they stay out of the public game modes. And I think they should incorporate a new search and destroy bomb defusal system. So that way what you can do is when you go to defuse the bomb, it gives you a bunch of buttons that you need to press in the correct order for you to defuse it. So it's no longer just hold X and just sit there. It's determined by how fast you can press those buttons, and if you stuff it up, the bomb blows up. So you can imagine an extremely high tense situation. You know, you got to press those buttons correctly, like it's 5-all in, you know, competitive, and there's only like 3 or 4 seconds left on the clock. If you can press extremely quickly, then you can defuse that bomb really quickly. But if you can't, then, you know. I personally would love to see another search and destroy type game mode where you got 1 live and it alternates rounds, attacking and defending. Whereas instead of a bomb and defense points is a person picks up pedestrian clothing, they become like a normal person except they got a knife, and they have to get to a specific location like an evac point, and once they get there the round is over, and the enemy's team is designed to eliminate either all players or the pedestrian. Black Ops 3, unlike Black Ops 2, I think they need to incorporate a nuke type kill streak where once you get 30 kills using no kill streaks, you should be able to call it in, and a B-52 bomber or whatever it is flies over the top of the map, and it's got your game tag engraved underneath it, and then drops a bomb in the distance. And then when the game actually ends, that's when the fallout actually approaches. So it doesn't actually kill anyone, but it recognizes you as getting the 30 kills. Treyarch games have always been really good at allowing you to have access to a lot of your statistics. In Black Ops 2 you could follow, your score per minute, your win-loss, your KD, and let you go into all your details of all of your guns, the amount of times used. And I think they need to do the exact same with the incorporation of all three, win-loss, score per minute and KD. You could possibly create the ultimate stat which everyone follows, and that would encourage a lot of people from getting out of the little hidey holes and encourage them to actually play the friggin' game. Being the leader of MV Australia obviously means I'm involved quite heavily with the clans, and I think that they haven't really made a game yet that fully utilises all the potential that clans could actually hold. I would like them to incorporate a system where each individual within the clan has their own rank. That would allow me to assign people specific roles and to promote them throughout the game. I would also like to be able to scroll over to someone's game tag and to have a look at their clan tags and to go in their clan from there and to analyse their players, their ranking, their global stats and everything like that. That's what I would like to see personally being implemented in the next Treyarch title. Prestiging in Black Ops 3 I think should be very similar to Black Ops 2, however each time you do prestige, the amount of levels required to the next prestige should go up. I think keeping permanent unlock tokens is a good idea, and I think they should also, for your prestige shop, you should allow a new creator class, they should allow more emblem editor slots, they should allow another permanent unlock token, double XP, just stuff like that. I think at the end of each prestige they should also provide you a stat for each of your prestige, so to show you that you're actually improving for each one, or if you're getting worse, they could include time taken to prestige, your KD, score per minute, your win-loss, etc. And I don't think you should be allowed to reset after each prestige. I think you should only be allowed to reset once, and that's once you get to the maximum prestige. So that wraps up part 3, guys. I really appreciate it if you've made it this far. It helps us out if you give us a like and a share and actually try to get the people at Treyarch to see the video. Hope you enjoyed all 3 parts, and feel free to comment in the section below and share your own thoughts and opinions. Cheers guys, peace out.